Welcome back to 80s Comics for the review of Groo The Wanderer, issue number 10 from December of 1985. Groo The Wanderer, number 10. A very important issue in the series because this is the first Groo comic book that I've read to date, which really makes me care about Groo as an individual. Yes, it's been established by now that Groo is funny and Groo is well drawn, but hey, mask. Awesome. Those toys do look very cool. Especially the Thunderhawk. Never had that, but, you can't go wrong with gull wings on a Camaro. Where was I? I'm so easily distracted. For the first time in this series, we see that Groo's incompetence and stupidity can actually be a good thing. And help people, the few people left after Groo visits their town, because usually everyone dies. But when Groo meets the hero, we learn that Groo might be the real hero. So he's wandering through town, and he hears a minstrel singing a song. And once again, I love the way that Sergio Aragonés draws rivets onto the flagons of ale, onto the beer steins. I need to get me a riveted beer stein. That's really what I'm saying. So I love minstrels also. I'm a big fan of minstrels. Big fan of Monty Python. How can you not like minstrels? I sing now of his majesty, his trust and great devotion, as mighty as the tallest peak, as deep as any ocean. This hero never tires on behalf of the defenseless. He'll battle till their enemy is absolutely senseless. When he finds an injustice, he becomes infuriated and leaves all foes who challenge him completely devastated. And of course, Groo's a moron. He thinks this guy's singing about him, but in short, this Grand Crusader is the opposite of Groo. The opposite of Groo, it is you, meddling troubadour, always causing Groo grief. But Groo meets a new hero. That's a great picture. It is your honor, wanderer. Many would give a king's ransom to bask in my presence. You may kneel and thank me, just for being me, you pathetic wretch. So if Conan the Barbarian was played by Dolph Lundgren with more arrogance and a better mullet, that's who this guy would be. He's looking for a companion to go on a journey. And Groo is brave. Groo is strong. Groo's not that smart, though, but he does tag along. Look at me. Even I'm rhyming. I'm like a troubadour. I could be a minstrel. So Groo shows his usual incompetence. He has a hard time getting firewood, messes up a bunch of stuff, but Cylon Raider, anyone? Cylon Raider poster? It doesn't say Cylon Raider, but we know it's a Cylon Raider. Groo accompanies Arcadio and the minstrel on a journey to find the goblet of Tervel. I love that the minstrel tags along and sings the entire journey, because all I can think about is the Monty Python voices. So here's the scene where I think we really start, and by we I mean me, where I really start to like Groo the character that much more, this much more. I mean, it's funny to watch him stumble through each issue and somehow lead to everyone dying or starving or being eaten or something. I mean, that's funny. His incompetence is funny. His stupidity is funny because we're all stupid and incompetent. But Groo embodies all of that and somehow still manages to get out alive even though he doesn't actually do much right. In this issue, Groo actually does do something right. They encounter a dragon. And Arcadio has to stretch and pray and psych himself into this battle. Whereas Groo just attacks the dragon. Die, dragon! See here in the background, Arcadio's stretching. Now he dedicates this parry to the princess he will marry. Now the sacred vow is said, pledging to the fight ahead. Meanwhile, Groo is slaughtering the dragon. But then who takes all the glory? Arcadio, of course. They reach the castle that has this goblet, and Arcadio has to gather spices. See him gather spices rare, and now begins the hero's prayer. Thyme and fennel, sage and curry. Groo's like, the faster I finish killing everyone, faster I get my cheese dip. So he just charges in, attacks everyone while the other hero, Arcadio's out here, building a pyre to the gods, soon to battle, awesome odds. And I love how Sergio Aragonés uses pain and slice as sound effects. Poke, pain, slice, yow! Groo may be dumb. Groo may be incompetent. But Groo's stupidity and incompetence give him spectacular courage and bravery, that which our strong-chinned hero lacks. And that's the moral of the story. You don't have to be smart to be brave. In fact, it's probably better if you're not that smart. And that's why we love Groo this much more. And that's why this is a special issue of Groo the Wanderer. It's funny, it's well drawn, it's packed with rich details and some good characters. But most importantly, it gives us more reason to love Groo the Wanderer. Arcadio, he's such a poser.